What is up, veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another season review. And today we are reviewing season 5 of The Rookie. Now, going into this, I didn't know what to really expect going into this season because the last season, I think, was a massive step up from season 3. And season 5 did a lot of what I wanted the show to do. And there's like some stuff I like in a relationship, some relationship stuff. There's some interesting plot lines. So following up on some of the Elijah stuff, relationship stuff with some stuff being brought up with Nolan's mom, getting some stuff with Bradford and Chen. Like, it was overall a really solid season. And also with some of the most intense episodes in the entire show so far. And the finale was such a good finale. Like, this was a really good season. Like, I think it might be the best season of the show so far. And the way that the season ends, like, eats at you, like, oh, wait, that's it for the season? Like, it definitely has that whole makes you want more, makes you want to keep watching, makes you want to keep up with the show. And this season 100% did that. And I straight up thought it was a really, really good season. Getting more stuff from these characters. There's another true crime episode, and I think it's the best one because it ties into a plot line from earlier, and with the whole doppelgangers thing, if you remember from last season. And it's just a fun season with so much fun character moments. Lopez is having another baby, and one of my favorite parts is that Lucy and Tim. I don't really go into spoilers that much when I talk about them, but they get together, and that is awesome. And finally wrapping up, like putting the whole Rosalind stuff. If you just remember the whole Rosalind stuff, what's happened, I think, since season 2. It could have been season 1, but I think it's season 2. I don't remember. But that's finally put to close. At least it seems like it is for now. And you get a little like pulls in from the spin-off that's happened. But I have decided I'm going to wait to watch that spin-off until I pretty much have no more episodes of this to watch, because I'm kind of really invested into the main story and stuff of The Rookie. I'm very much invested in these characters and everything, and this season does a really good job at investing you into their stories even more. Like, I don't remember there being a dull plot line this season. Like, I don't remember there being, even like when there was like a little episode where it's like, oh, we're focusing on a little thing that's going on with Gray's family and everything, but none of it felt off. I do have to get a little negative though. There is one episode I didn't really care for that much, and that is actually episode 20, which is it's dealing with Bradford's ex-wife come back in to help with like in a search or whatever. That was and the episode after that was not as strong either. Like, so but overall, this was the best season of the show so far. And I don't normally dive into this early in the review, But let's see what critics and audiences think. There is no critic reviews, looks like, at all. But audiences give it an 83. And I have to agree strongly. Because this is probably the best season of the show. I think it is that good. I think it is that entertaining. And overall, I just really enjoyed this season. Uh, like, there wasn't a dull episode, really, besides those two that I mentioned. And they weren't even really bad episodes. They just weren't great. So, like, there wasn't that much dullness. There wasn't that much to, like, not be invested in. Like, every character kind of gets their moment to shine this season and gets, like, their own little stuff to, like, look forward to and all that. And with Tim going into Metro, that is one thing. Metro's has not been brought up at all through this, but now that Tim is working with Metro, they're always brought up. Like, I'm like, where was all that in the first 4 seasons? But overall, this was a fantastic season, and I think if they keep up with the level of stuff that this season had, with the next few seasons, oh my goodness, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. Because this show, like, I did not think I would be invested in this show as much as I am, and getting these new characters and getting some fun little, like, bringing stuff back from, like, way earlier. You're like, oh, we're bringing that back now. Like some shows would be like, it's like, oh, why are we bringing this back up? We thought we were done with this. But in this case, bringing these things back up is just super entertaining for them to actually bring them back up, and I enjoy it quite a bit. So what does that say my rating for the season is? This will be the first season that gets a 4 out of 5 for me. It is the first season that I think deserves the 4-star treatment. So but here's the thing about that. That puts my expectations for the next season to be really high, and I really hope it can live up to it, because so far I've been really enjoying this show. And let's not take a nosedive kind of like we did in season 3, because if I have to rank the seasons right so far, it'd be 5, 1, 2, 4, and 3. That is probably how I would rank these seasons so far. Because, like, man, like, this show is just that entertaining and is that good. And I am just genuinely looking forward to seeing what this show has to offer with its next season. And just looking back through the episodes, like I said, there wasn't really a dull moment. Learning more things about each individual character, stuff that, like, there's one episode that literally feels like a saw trap is happening. Like this is, like, insane. At this point, I know I brought this up in earlier reviews. I do not care how realistic this is to, like, if, oh, this is actually how this would happen, or this is actually, like, how the police procedure works. At this point, I don't really care if that's, like, if it is, great, but I don't know. But I think overall, I've just been enjoying the show. I've been enjoying the characters, and I think it is just a solid watch. And if you haven't watched it, go watch this. I don't know why you're watching a season 5 review of this show if you haven't watched it, but go watch this show, man. Like, it is something that I have been enjoying way too much. But yeah, that's really all I've got to say for this review, guys. What do you guys think of season 5? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's a weaker season? I'm very curious to see what other people think of this season. But that's all I got to say for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. And bye.